Everybody, it's Invicta. It's none other than run here the Binding of Eyes of Victor Repentance Plus series. Happy Wednesday, Mosh Pit. Good run we had yesterday, and we're starting today off with Twisted Pair. 7-3 November Echo, X-Ray, Foxtrot, Yankee Romeo. We're going to go ahead and just drop that terrible trinket right now, as that trinket will never, ever be good. I don't care how many times people tell me that, oh, you can use it, oh, it's been buffed. No. We also don't have a way of getting in that golden chest here, but we do start off with a golden bomb as well. Which we are pretty much going to be guaranteed getting in access to the secret room and the super secret room, which is good. We also have a deck of cards, which just gave us a sun card, so we can heal if we wanted to. And, yeah, that's a horse pill. Again, no reason here not to use all of our bombs. But, yeah, happy midweek, everybody. Wednesdays are kind of like I don't know. Wednesdays are always kind of just, it feels like the beginning of the work week for me. I finger air quote, work week, because it is the start of my streaming week every Wednesday on Twitch. I go from Wednesday through Saturday, unless I have something coming up, which then I'll let everybody know on Discord, of course. But yeah, Wednesday is like, okay, we're in the midweek now. We're really in full swing of things here. Monday is kind of like, you know, you're getting back into the swing of things from the weekend, kind of recovering from whatever you did over the weekend, or just getting back into the habit of working. And then Tuesday, you're like, okay, you know, I'm ready to start getting some work done, heavy recording, that sort of thing. And then Wednesday is like, you are in it. You cannot be any more in it. And then Thursday rolls around. Thursday's the new Friday, which is the new Saturday, of course. I don't mind Wednesdays. I never have. Look forward to Wednesdays because I get to stream and get to have fun with the Twitch Mosh Pit and everyone else who comes by. Go ahead and get into the super secret room right here. And we can go back into the curse room to get that chest. Now that we have a key. We get a full card as well, which can help us save a little bit of HP going out of there, but obviously it's not going to matter. We have so many red hearts on the ground, especially in this room alone, that, yeah. Although I should not have picked that up because, well, we're going to hurt our soul heart now at this point. Let's see if we can get another soul heart, maybe. Or I can just honestly just skip that, yeah. I can just skip that golden chest altogether, which I probably end up doing. There we go. We one-tap Dookie with a golden bomb. We get an Emperor card along with Mom's heals. So we just need 2 cents here, and we can get more options, which is good. Going to give us a second item room every single floor from here on out, which is very, very strong. And we may end up having to open that golden chest anyway if we can't find a singular penny, which it doesn't look like we're able to. Go figure on that. Let's go ahead. We're not going to keep the Emperor card for that long, so, and of course. 1 cent off of getting options. Yep. All that was designed to do was just basically take all of our resources away. So, just chasing 1 cent game. 1 cent. Now, we could also take the Unicorn Stump, but I think the deck of cards just has a little bit of a better option for us. You never know. You never know if deck of cards is going to come in clutch. Give us another Emperor card, a clutch Hierophant card. I mean, our tears rate's okay, our damage is good, and range is very, very good. So it's kind of a dang shame that we didn't get that options. And Curse the Blind on our Devil Deal. Luckily for us, we have no keys anyway, so I wouldn't be taking whatever's inside of our item room regardless. And looks like we might be doing an angel run. I don't know. Curse the Blind, of course, is going to make it to where we cannot see what we're taking on item pedestals, which is always fun. And by fun, I mean it's the most disruptive item or curse in the entire game. You know, as much as I absolutely hate Curse the XL, you can still get items there, you know. And then, of course, there's no one saying that you can't take blind items, but I strongly don't recommend doing that. Everyone throughout the years who's, like, played Isaac and were saying stuff like, oh, you should just take blind items, Invicta doesn't know what he's talking about. They eventually all come down to, I now understand why Invicta tells us not to take blind items. Because I took blind items, I got TM Trainer and instantly died. Yep. And it's not even TM Trainer that can be the primary cause of death for that one. You can get stuff like Bob's Brain when you don't have enough mobility to deal with it. You get things like 9 lives, and if you're not experienced enough to go from however much HP you had to 1 HP, that can also kind of doom your run. A lot of people kind of forget that in the early days of Isaac, 9 lives was considered to be a bad item, including by me. I used to say at the very beginning, the first time I got 9 lives, I said, wait, why would anyone want to drop their health down to 1? That makes no sense. This is like the worst item in the game. Like that's something I said a long time ago in Vanilla Isaac and Flash Isaac. We got Black Champion Limehorn goes down like a sack of potatoes. We get another HP upgrade. And yeah, not good. Also known as No Bueno. Thank you, Curse the Blind. And Curse the Maze now. The game is really fighting back after we had that early black candle yesterday. We still don't have any keys either, which is strange because normally, I mean, it's not like we have Guppy's Tail like we did yesterday. We should be getting a key. There's an Eternal Heart in here along with a half red heart, but I'm going to leave the Eternal Heart for now because A, I don't want to accidentally remove it and it getting destroyed by taking bad damage, and B, we're gonna have to come back to the side of the map anyway, assuming that we get a key. Get a reverse sun card, which would have been very nice for yesterday's run with Brittle Bones. There's our Yave. Now I'm gonna just take it. And the Ankh, which is gonna respawn us as Blue Baby. It's just an extra life, nothing spectacular there. We do get damage for the floor, I guess. Now, the only thing we have to be careful of is the fact that we can lose our permanent HP containers if we take enough damage and lose the Bone Heart. So those don't come back. But I did it for the flying and also for the Spectral Tears. And, yep, I'm going to ignore the temptation of that and instead go open this one here. Get a good amount of money, 24 cents now in the bank. Definitely need some movement speed. It's one of the few things that we're lacking at the start anyway of this floor. Then we get the golden key, which is going to be even nicer. So we really threw a wrench in the game's plan there by going after that golden chest first instead of just being like, oh, there's an eternal chest. We got a bunch of keys. Let's waste them all. I don't know what voice that is, but here we go. Tears upgrade. Very nicely done by the eternal chest there. If you're wondering why I didn't go into the curse room, is because I don't want to risk the Eternal Heart that we have. Like I said. Curse room, and of course the curse room wouldn't necessarily deal damage to our Eternal Heart. It would just set us up to lose our hearts, our soul heart, that is. Down to a half heart. We get Whore of Babylon, which doesn't really do anything for us. So check out the shop. And we get Keeper's Sack. Okay. So Keeper's Sack, of course, if you don't know what this item does, where you been? Where you been? But if you do know what this item does, then you know that Keeper's Sack will give you a stat bonus courtesy of the money that you spend. So it's a very, very, very potent way of giving yourself cheap stats, expensive stats, whatever. Just get those stats. And it's widely considered to be the best item in the shop pool and one of the best in the entire game. And I don't think anyone can really argue with that, with how predominant it is to get easy peasy money early on anyway. You can at least find at least 5 cents, right? So you can start fueling your stats, getting all those upgrades that you need. If we can get a couple of soul hearts here, that'd be nice. Pretty much guaranteeing ourselves an angel deal if we do proc a special deal. There we go. We'll take it. This is also going to get us down to Horror Babylon territory, so we've gained ourselves a little bit of extra damage. Going up against Champion Husky. Technically, this is considered Red Champion Husky, I believe. Down he goes. No problem at all. It's Synth Oil, which is going to give us a nice damage upgrade. And now I think we can go back into the Curse Room. No, I'm not going to. I have a feeling we're being set up for failure there. I'm going to opt for the Fool card instead, so that way if we do end up making it to Boss Rush, I don't have to go looking for the Tinted Skull. And we'll get another HP upgrade. Ooh, my reflection is a lot of damage. We're not doing this again, Claw Machine. Another HP upgrade with a ton of movement speed now. It's a blood bag. Got a lucky penny. Not that it helps us with the tapping on the Claw Machine. We're doing it again. It's exactly the same spot almost that we had the incident last run yesterday. I mean, it's... I need a continuation of the odds now to see how many times have we tapped a Claw Machine in a row without getting a payout. After going from we got the 3 payouts that we needed with the D Infinity yesterday to now where we've tapped at least, I think, maybe 10 times or more and not gotten a payout from 2 separate Claw Machines on 2 separate runs. We do not care about Little Spewer. Little Spewer can deal some damage, but it's not damage that we want or need right now. Basically, just use the Stars card to save ourselves a little bit on the Soul Heart. So fadeaway shot. I'm going to wait for the mushroom to open. There we go. Go back and get our Fool card at least. Now that we've wasted all of our money on the Claw Machine that won't pay out, we now don't have enough to get anything out of the store. Which is a really bad, awkward spot for us because we have Keeper Sack. So we're done playing Claw Machines for the rest of this week. And I'm just going to go pick up Jumper Cables. And we'll take a Soul Heart. Remember, every penny that we spend in a shop is going to be stats. I don't know if the Ultra Secret Room is going to be off of here, but there's so many doors that we can open that we might as well try it. Get a Temperance Machine, which can give us more money. That's going to help us out and spend more cash in the shop, which means that we get more stats. Assuming it doesn't pay out instantly, which it hopefully won't. We definitely have enough Red Heart HP to go around. Go ahead and use the IV bag here. It's pretty uncommon to get to get 2 blood bags before getting an IV bag. Usually it's one then the other. 2 bomb rocks there for Bombino to slam through. Hopefully he does. There we go. He missed that one. There we go. Kind of forced him into going into that bomb rock. Okay, Cat of Nine Tails was an excellent damage upgrade and shot speed upgrade, and we'll head on down. And another Curse of the Blind. So once again, we'll be just foregoing any items on this floor except for the boss room. We can take a gander at a if it was if that was Soul inside the planetarium, that would have actually completely negated any curses that we get for the rest of the run, which would have been nice, but it wasn't. We get Luna instead, which is going to give us a stacking tears buff, which is temporary for the floor. It also makes it to where we will spawn an extra secret room. Ultra secret room gives us ultra secret nothing. It's kamikaze. You know, for the difficulty of how to get or even find the ultra secret room, you would think that you'd get better quality items, and you used to. You used to get items that were of a certain quality and angel deal. Like if you used to find, if you found the ultra secret room back in the day when Repentance Plus first came out, or even Repentance first came out, it was almost guaranteed that you're going to see something like Sacred Heart or Brimstone in there. It was awesome. But we can't have that in Repentance, and they changed it to now only having items that have red in them because, you know, it's red. So don't ask me why. And that thereby made it to where the Ultra Secret Room is now only sometimes okay. We got the movement speed for this, obviously, thanks to the blood bags. Strength card doesn't really matter. I'm going to hold on to the devil card. Get more money here that we can spend at the shop, but I'm not going to be buying any premium items in there because, again, it's Curse the Blind. But if we find like a soul heart or something in there, we can definitely pick it up. And now the importance of the boss rush is even greater thanks to us having these Curse the Blinds. I cannot believe that shot hit us. Another devil card here. An angel deal, we'll get Vengeful Spirit. And Genesis. Interesting. I'm going to hold on to Genesis. Curse the Lost. So Genesis means that we can re-roll this run. And basically, it's basically like it's a fresh start. For every item that we picked up, we get 3 items to choose from based on the item pool of the source items. So if we, for example, had 2 item pedestals that were Devil Dew items before we use Genesis, then we will get 6 Devil Dew items to choose from once we go in there. And it also has the added benefit of skipping the floor that you're on. So, in theory, you could use this to skip straight, like if you didn't want to do Shoal, you could use this in Shoal and go straight to the Dark Chest. I tried Poop's a little late here to the party, but glad to see you. Now, unfortunately, if we use Genesis, it's going to erase any and all of the stat upgrades that we've gotten and gained from Keeper's Sack. It also resets all of Eden's stats, so you really don't know. You only really use Genesis if you have a very, very bad run, or if you're feeling a little crazy. I'm feeling a little crazy right now because I don't like the 2 blood bag payouts that we got. We don't have that many Devil Deal items here, though we did start with one, of course. I wouldn't mind skipping Womb 1 would be fine. Or we could use it to skip Mom, but then we wouldn't have the Polaroid or the negative, so it would prematurely end this run. But again, it comes down to us not being able to see what was inside that angel deal, thanks to Curse the Blind. And Curse the Blind has torpedoed a lot of the opportunity that we had in this run. Just like this Curse of the Lost is kind of rapidly deteriorating our chance to get this boss rush here. Grab this soul heart. Grab this other soul heart. Back up to full HP. Our Fool card. What I was thinking is if we didn't find the Fool card, I would have just used Genesis to get out of boss rush. Now we don't have to worry about that. And there's really no reason for us to use Genesis on this run. We don't really have anything crazy here. Keeper Sack really got destroyed by those Curse of the Blinds. And then, of course, the Greed fight didn't help out either, but... Wait, did we have a Greed fight? I think we did. So now the importance of this boss rush is really, really, really high. So let's hold off on deciding what we're going to get there. We get absolutely nothing that we can use for Genesis and the Devil Deal. And we'll go in here, and there's Capricorn, which I will take. But we have so much Red Heart HP. We go in here? We did not. Now, oddly enough, we did get also a Devil Deal from the Angel, a Devil Deal item from the Angel pool, thanks to Vengeful Spirit. So that's going to be something that we can re-roll. There's a vault over here. We can go take a look in the vault. Any money that we don't need? And it's risky to use Genesis here because we do have a run that is okay. I'm going to take the negative for the damage. I think what we're going to do is grab one more item from the next floor. Unless we were in a position where our run was just insanely terrible. I like the idea of using Genesis towards the end of a run to skip the second to last floor, so we can just get straight down to business. And also that maximizes the amount of items that we can take before we use Genesis, and then therefore increasing our pool whenever we do use Genesis. Go ahead, get out of there. We get Venus, which is going to charm everything and anything that looks at Isaac. Now, as I said in last week's video, too, charm does not mean that they can't hurt you, as you just saw right there. The only thing that charm means is that the charmed enemy will go attack other charmed enemy, or other non-charmed enemies. That's it. And my plan has been foiled by us getting a horseman and a active item there. And I don't really care about taking damage because we're going to use Genesis on the next floor. Or maybe on Shoal. Get D-Bizzle and Rotten Baby. D-Bizzle, you had a shameful display yesterday with those. I think you dropped maybe one soul heart, if I remember correctly. So you definitely your time is up here, son. This is going to act as another item that we can re-roll here. I am going to use Genesis, even though technically speaking we really don't have to. And going to fight Lamb is a little bit nerve-wracking with this build because it's not like an Insano build. I think yesterday's build was a lot stronger for a Lamb run. But that's where Genesis comes in. It does kind of leave things up to RNG, though, which, of course, if everyone knows Invicta Luck, you know that's not a good idea. But we'll see. And bomb the keeper here so we get a higher chance of a devil deal. High Priestess doesn't really do anything for us. Somehow this way is the only way that we can go. And we need to clutch up here and not take any damage from the boss if we want to get a devil deal. One final devil deal item. This D-Bizzle can help us out, which he doesn't. We've lost our devil deal, and there was a chance for us to get a couple extra items, but thanks to Genesis, or thanks to the game, we ended up not getting a boss item off of that last floor, thanks to the Horseman. And now we're not going to be able to get another one, another devil deal item, courtesy of us taking bad damage and also D-Bizzle not hooking us up. Yep. All right, so we're going to rip Genesis after I go check out this secret room real quick. Now, unlike other runs where if you have Missing No or if you are re-rolling with the D4, if you get a secret room item in your pool, it's okay with Genesis. You can actually get rid of it because you're going to have 3 chances or choices of clearing them. So here we go. We need to get some quality upgrades here because our base stats are not great. 2.66 tiers. Good damage to start with, though. Go with Rotten Tomato. And, ooh. Neptunus is fun. Uranus is fun, too, along with Terra. Terra gives us just damage. Yeah, let's go with Terra. We're just a raw damage upgrade. We get Spoonbender. Miter's very good. Satanic Bible we can use. Grab ourselves a Soul Heart. We definitely need Tears, so Mr. Dolly's going to be there. D-Bizzle, you are really starting to test my patience. This is the 3rd iteration of D-Bizzle. We end up getting my Reflection, which I will take. There's our 2nd planetarium item. And I'll take Pluto for the Tears. And Mom's Perfume. We'll take more Tears here. Teleport could be clutch, but I don't want to remove the Satanic Bible. Bird's Eye. I guess Lost Fly. I will take Incubus. We do need some HP here. We are already capped on Tears. But I'll take Soul Hearts. That's 2 HP versus 1 HP. EH Dizzle might help us out. And I'll take Egghead. Hey, everybody. Let's see. We'll take tarot cards or tarot cloth. We could have taken Mom's Baggie just because we had a chance of, or we just had PhD. So, yeah, I think that we're slightly stronger, maybe. Ever so slightly stronger here. And remember, we get to skip Shoal and go straight to the dark chest. So let's see if this golden pill pays off for us. We don't really have anything of note here. Guppy's Paw will give us 2 or 3 Guppy. So we might come back to that. But first, let's check out our pills. Okay. We gained a lot of shot speed, and that's about it. We are very slow. That's shot speed, though. Moonbender's very nice as well. Yeah, it wasn't. It was like I'd say a side grade. We weren't really hurting, but I think that the quality of items that we got are better. We also re-rolled into Judas' Shadow, by the way. That's our new passive item, also known as the Eternal item for Eden. So we'll take that. I'd say it was a pretty good re-roll. Would have been nice had we gotten a little bit more damage or maybe a Guppy transformation there, but at the end of the day, it's still not bad. You go deeper, get ourselves an extra chest, which gives us spiders. Guppy's Eye, by the way, is the passive that we picked up in Genesis that's allowing us to see inside of every chest. I Can See Forever does also help us out in getting in here. And it was a straight up shortcut straight to Lamb. Wow. Look at that. We even get ourselves Soul of Azazel to help us out versus Lamb, which is not going to matter too much here. That homing brimstone of Mega. Yeah, it got us to phase 2 easy peasy. Look at Birdseye just go and go and go here. Trying to fight fire with fire right now, and it's working. Yeah, there we go. Got ourselves a good old-fashioned Genesis run, and honestly, that was a pretty fun run. Minus the RNG, of course, but that's just beside the point here. We always have fun in Isaac. We always have fun in Mugenics as well. Go check out both episodes if you've not seen them from this week so far. Especially go watch that huge fight against the moon boss. Zaratana, the new one. I'm just gonna leave it at that. You need to go watch it if you haven't already. If you want to see how exciting Mugenics can be, and of course, if you had this video on this fun here, if you had fun with this video, is what I'm trying to say. Then click the like button, leave a comment down below. Everybody, have a great start to your midweek. And here's your meme of the day, posted on this Invictus subreddit by Lucas Atora or Aotora or Aorta. No, it's definitely Atora. Anyway, title of the thread was submission for the meme of the day. When I'm in a bad item competition, and my opponent is TM Trainer. Yep. I mean, that's the face I make when I'm inside of a bad item competition. But TM Trainer is definitely going to win that one. And thank you very much to Lucas, as well as everyone who upvoted that one on the Invictus subreddit. I will see you all tomorrow for more Isaac fun. And until then, so long, everybody. Thanks for watching this video. I'd like to thank some patrons of mine like Devin Basting, Relatch01, and Troy Mason. If you'd like to have your name read at the end of an Isaac episode, check out my Patreon campaign, which you can find over at patreon.com/Invicta.